Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Barron's Park, just off of Elmhurst College's campus in Elmhurst, Illinois. I'm Tim Calderwood with you on this Wednesday evening, a doubleheader of soccer, beginning with the women, Elmhurst and Millikin. And in about a couple of hours, we'll have the men's matchup following suit as well. Elmhurst enters the day with their postseason tournament hopes still alive in the CCIW chase. They are presently tied with Carthage. The Blue Jays are 11-3-1, 2-2-1 in the CCIW, while Millikin sits at 7-6, but they are only 1-4 in the College Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin. 16th meeting all-time between Elmhurst and Millikin. Elmhurst won the first 13 meetings, but Millikin has captured the last two, in 2009 by a 1-0 score, and last year in Decatur a 2-1 victory. Allison Horn scoring both goals for Millikin last season. Amy Bashan, the lone finder for the Blue Jays. Ideal weather conditions on this Wednesday, if you're a polar bear. 43-45 to play in the first half. Cloudy, windy, cold, and rain in the forecast. Elmhurst is in the sky blue. Millikin in the standard blue. Final regular season home game for the Blue Jays, who will wrap up the season with a tough matchup at Augustana this weekend at 1 o'clock. It's also the final home game for 5 seniors affiliated with the Elmhurst College women's soccer team. They'll be honored at halftime. We'll run down that for you as it comes around. Elmhurst in the midst of a 4-match unbeaten streak, 3-0-1. Blue Jays with 3 one-goal victories in that span. They've also tied Illinois Wesleyan in the stretch. And as we mentioned, come into this one sitting at 11-3-1. The last time out, the Blue Jays on Saturday recorded a huge victory over Wheaton College, who was ranked number 4 in the nation. Wheaton was unbeaten, had not lost a single match all year, and hadn't lost a CCIW affair since 2009. Elmhurst rallying late, tying the matchup, forcing overtime, and Valerie Wesley, who was this week chosen as the CCIW's Women's Soccer Player of the Week, winning it in overtime for Elmhurst. Just 1:35 into the second OT. Elmhurst has also jumped into the NSCAA Central Region poll, currently tied for 7th with Adrian College. A lot of action in the midfield here early on with 41:55 to play in the first half on this chilly Wednesday. Wheaton 5-1 on top of the CCIW. Illinois Wesleyan 4-1-1 sits second. Augustana at 3-2 is third. Elmhurst and Carthage tied for 4th, identical 2-2-1 marks. North Park 2-3. Millikin 1-4, and North Central winless at 0-4-1. Matches today, Augustana at North Central, North Park at Carthage. On Saturday, the regular season finale. Wheaton at Millikin, Carthage at Illinois Wesleyan, North Central at North Park, and as we mentioned, Elmhurst will travel to Rock Island to meet Augustana. Starting lineup for Elmhurst, in goal, Maddie Fitzpatrick, the CCIW's Defensive Player of the Week. Stephanie Berryman out in defense, a freshman out of Naperville. Stephanie Thompson, a senior from Palatine. Jess Belmonte, a senior out of Darien, also on defense. Allie Siebel, junior from Westchester, Ohio. In the midfield for the Blue Jays, Shannon Pimmel, a freshman from Bolingbrook. Morgan Geimer, junior out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Katie Bastion, a junior from Downers Grove. Heather DeMoss, a senior out of Elk Grove Village. Forwards for the Blue Jays, Valerie Wesley. Valerie is a senior out of California. Amy Bashan, junior from Downers Grove. The lineup for the Blue Jays, led by head coach Paul Webster. Elmhurst trying to reach the CCIW tournament for the first time under Paul Webster. And as Kevin Jude joins the broadcast, Kevin, that win over Wheaton on Saturday kind of a season-turning matchup.
Absolutely. It was a big victory for the Blue Jays, their first against Wheaton since all the way back in 2001. Wheaton had dominated the series contest against the Blue Jays the past few years. At Elmhurst, that one puts the Blue Jays right back in the CCIW tournament hunt. Elmhurst really had to have that one. They got it. Late goal in regulation to send it to overtime, and then Valerie Wesley with the heroics in the first overtime.
Allie Siebel with the free kick. Bounding over towards the goal, stuffed by Kylie Hum, who starts in net for Millikin. Rest of the lineup for the Big Blue: Nicole Sudbeck, Jessica Hofert, Nikki Smith, Sarah Christie, Courtney Allen, Emily Allen, Ashley Livengood, Brittany Rolling, Rachel Wojtaszak, and Chelsea Jones. Head coach of the Big Blue, Emily Johnson. We're just over 5 minutes into this first period. No goals of yet. Played out into the Millikin bench. Appreciate your joining us today. The final soccer broadcasts here on Blue Jay TV. I'm Tim Calderwood alongside Kevin Jude. Sarah Christie in control for Millikin. Charging in is Amy Bashan. Amy Bashan pushes left towards Morgan Geimer, who will skip one high and to the left side of Kylie Hum. Hum has played in 11 matches this year, goals against average of 2.13. She's a sophomore out of Crystal Lake, Illinois. Millikin with 3 goalies on the roster. .37 to play first half. Off the right foot of Jessica Hofert into the box. Chipped airborne by Nikki Smith. And on the scene is Maddie Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick registered 14 saves in the 2-1 victory over Wheaton on Saturday, earning Defensive Player of the Week honors. Heather DeMoss in the midfield. Tries to thread the needle. Chipped up along the left edge for Morgan Geimer. Geimer targeting Valerie Wesley dead on. Ranging in is Shannon Pimmel, who will hook one off to the right, but it's off of Millikin, a corner kick.
Ball nearly bounded free to Bashan in the box for the Blue Jays as Amy was cutting in. But a corner kick for Elmhurst.
Amy Bashan will place it down, the junior out of Downers Grove, who is second on the Blue Jays in scoring this year. 9 goals, 5 assists, 23 points. Aiming near post. Out wide it comes toward Geimer. Geimer will push it back a bit, and it'll be served up and to the left. Stephanie Thompson with an opportunity, creeping in from her defensive slot. 36:07 to play first half. Kylie Hum with a goal kick. Chested down by Wesley, who loses it there. Shannon Pimmel trying to serve it into the box. And it'll roll towards Hum. Bouncing onto the Elmhurst side. Stephanie Berryman switching gears, locating Allie Siebel. Throw in coming here. Elmhurst deep on their own side. Has it taken away by Sarah Christie.
Elmhurst last year, Tim, had almost a 2-1 shots advantage over Millikin when they met in Decatur. Blue Jays found themselves on a short end, though, of a 2-1 defeat. Already Elmhurst a 4-1 shots advantage in the opening few minutes.
Just over 10 minutes into the first half. DeMoss targeted Wesley.
Wesley had to hold up, make sure she was going to stay onside. Instead, the pass gets a little too far.
Belmonte creeps in. Taking away is Chelsea Jones for the Big Blue. Katie Bashan towards her sister Amy. Continuing to play it out wide towards Berryman. Amy Bashan charging in. Kept in play along the far side. Chelsea Jones has it. Airborne. And heading it forward is Shannon Pimmel. Morgan Geimer trying to scamper in. Geimer working on Sudbeck. Sudbeck coming along the near side. Allie Siebel has it. And we'll push it out of play.
No harm done by the Blue Jays, trying to find Belmonte on the near sideline, but led her too far out of bounds. The Blue Jays quickly, though, regain possession.
Again, it's Berryman. Across the far side of the field and out past the Millikin bench. At the feet of Siebel. Eases it over towards Thompson. And here is Millikin trying to pressure. Fitzpatrick will come all the way out and scoop.
Said Maddie Fitzpatrick. Very strong year in goal for the Blue Jays. Played in all 15 games. Starter in every one. 5 shutouts on the year. CCW Player of the Week this past week on the defensive side.
Just a freshman, Fitzpatrick, out of Downers Grove.
Blue Jays haven't been scored on much at all this season, Tim. Defensively, Elmhurst has allowed just 11 goals this season, outscoring their opponents on the year 43-11.
Elmhurst here at Barron's Park. 1-1 on the season. Victory over Marion. Lost to North Park. Blue Jays have split between Langhorst Field and here. The men's team has played primarily here at Barron's Park. In fact, their only appearance at Langhorst came on Saturday, doubling up Wheaton. 31-28 first half. Remains scoreless. Elmhurst trying to change it. DeMoss has it taken away by Chelsea Jones. Quick to recover those, Katie Bashan. Back towards Siebel, who will knock it down. Sudbeck at her feet. Playing through. Looking for live and good. Here's DeMoss. Into the box. DeMoss onside. DeMoss into the back of the net. And with 30-40 to play in the first half, Elmhurst has taken a 1-0 lead. Heather DeMoss just kind of waited. Found herself in a wide open opportunity.
Looked like it was a great feed, just a give and go between her and Amy Bashan that time. Bashan with the pop-up kind of popped it into the air to DeMoss, who would come back in the middle and able to tuck it into the back of the net, puts the Blue Jays on top.
And play resumes. Elmhurst already with the 1-goal advantage. DeMoss with the goal moments ago, her 6th of the season. 6 goals, 4 assists for DeMoss. One of the seniors who will be honored at halftime. Millikin trying to counter, perhaps respond here. Sudbeck lost it to Geimer. Back to the midfield we go. Elmhurst with a 1-goal lead 15 minutes into the half. And waiting for Fitzpatrick. Will take her time with it before she is forced to pick up.
Blue Jays very happy to get out in front on this one. First time they've been out in front of Millikin in 3 seasons. Millikin winning the last 2 times these 2 teams met. Toppled Elmhurst 1-0 when they met out at Barron's Park 2 years ago. That was a win in your in game for Elmhurst too. That loss prevented them from getting into the conference tournament. This one is kind of a win and stay in position for the conference tournament. First foul of the game goes against Elmhurst.
Officials are?
Our officials for this evening's contest, Greg Dopka is in the middle, Anthony Vasoli and Rick Gianti are the linesmen. Same crew for the men's game to follow.
Hofert trying to settle down for Millikin. Pressing out along the near side towards Brittany Rawling. And too much there as it'll roll all the way out for a goal kick. Again, at halftime, the seniors will be honored. 5 in total today. Maddie Fitzpatrick with the goal kick. Yowzers. Off the noggin of DeMoss.
Given that cold, that's got to hurt just a little bit more today, given how cold it is outside.
Siebel with a header. In the air off of Belmonte.
Got a good swing that time from Smith, but had an opportunity to put something on it, but could not get much on the kick.
Fitzpatrick with a low liner. Into the teeth of the breeze. Amy Bashan with a long run. Valerie Wesley trying to chase. Wesley could not keep it in play. But they'll say it went off of Millikin, and so a corner upcoming for the Big Blue. Morgan Geimer over with the Elmhurst corner. Blue Jays play short. Geimer, right edge of the box with the right foot in the middle and through. Rolling right at Kylie Hum. A couple of Blue Jays around, including DeMoss.
DeMoss is able trying to redirect it almost those quick little tips that you see in hockey often. DeMoss right in front, got a foot on it. But nice job by Millikin keeper Hum to smother that one.
26-25 first half. Elmhurst up a goal. Giving chase is Ashley Livengood. And it's defended nicely by Belmonte. In towards the box. Stephanie Thompson content to zonk it back towards midfield. And it's Fitzpatrick again.
Elmhurst has the 1-goal lead. Been pretty comfortable on the year. Like you said, defensively they have been very solid. Just 11 goals given up all season. Had a great run in non-conference play. Struggled early on in conference action, losing on the road in Kenosha, losing 2-1 here to North Park, a game I'm sure they'd love to have back right now.
But of late, 4 in a row unbeaten. 2 nationally ranked foes in there in Illinois Wesleyan and Wheaton. And another nationally ranked foe upcoming in the regular season finale Saturday on the road at Augustana.
They were in position to beat Illinois Wesleyan, had a lead late on the Titans at 2-1. Illinois Wesleyan got the equalizer, and the Blue Jays hanging on for the tie. And then the thrilling win over Wheaton on Saturday evening, keeping the Blue Jays CCW tournament hopes alive and kind of in their own control here. You win your last 2, there is a very good shot that you're going to get in. It all depends on what some of the other teams will do around you in the standings. Like I said, Elmhurst and Carthage, 2-2-1. Carthage does have the heads-up tiebreaker over the Blue Jays by virtue of winning their head-to-head match earlier this season. Carthage's schedule not all that much easier for the Lady Reds.
North Park today, Illinois Wesleyan Saturday on the road.
Anything can happen there. North Park just 2 games, a half game back actually without the tie. North Park at 2-3, and the Vikings closing up, going to Carthage and then hosting North Central. So kind of 3 teams, it looks like, more or less kind of fighting for that one last spot. North Central and Millikin pretty much eliminated, more or less. Wheaton and Illinois Wesleyan. Illinois Wesleyan had the first place in the CCW for approximately 2 days before the Thunder went in and toppled the Titans.
23-25 to play first half.
You're good.
1-0 Elmhurst with the advantage. And a goal kick upcoming for Kylie Hump.
A lot of soccer still left. Just 2 games in the CCW. It doesn't seem like a lot, but a lot can happen with 3 teams in that 2-2-1 with Elmhurst and Carthage and North Park at 2-3. Blue Jays pretty much know they have to win this one and then see what happens on Saturday. See what happens tonight around the CCIW as well.
Wesleyan to challenge. Down at the feet of Chelsea Jones. Stephanie Thompson will try again. Defended nicely by the Big Blue. Headed onward by Rolling.
Mentioned the women kind of controlling their own fate, Tim. The men in a similar situation. Blue Jays closing up with the Big Blue tonight. And on the road at Augustana on Saturday, 2 wins by Elmhurst, and they will punch their ticket into the conference tournament after missing out last year. And the first corner kick of the match for Millikin.
Millikin really hasn't put together much offensively here in the first half.
It's like that's Sudabek.
Corner, Fitzpatrick. Nikki Smith with the corner for Millikin. Right at Fitzpatrick. And Big Blue will try to sustain on the offensive end. Live and good. Out of the reach of Smith. Back to Live and good on the offensive side. And it's taken away by Pimmel. 21-10 to play first half. Elmhurst up a goal. Heather DeMoss on senior day with her 6th of the year.
Ashton was looking for DeMoss again in the middle that time. Nice job to break it up by Emily Allen.
Pimmel past the Big Blue bench. Lights have been turned on here at Barron's Park.
Still have a little bit of daylight left, but not a whole lot. Not a whole lot of it, and especially on a cloudy, overcast day like today.
DeMoss settles. Plays out towards Katie Bashan.
Gotta love this Midwest Chicago weather here, Tim.
Wasn't it 80 yesterday?
73, 74 yesterday, and about a 22, 23 degree difference in the high today.
No thanks. Valerie Wesley trying to turn. Bothered on the inside by Jones. Wesley up top and into the back of the net. Great feed from Wesley to Amy Bashan. Amy Bashan with her 10th goal of the season, and Elmhurst has come out swinging here in the first half. Amy Bashan with 10 goals on the year, now the Elmhurst leader. She was tied with Valerie Wesley entering play today. And a look of surprise on the faces of the Big Blue here in the first half with under 20 minutes to play.
One of the first double-digit goal scorers we've seen in several years now for Elmhurst. Amy Bashan out with 10, Valerie Wesley sitting on 9.
Amy Bashan to DeMoss with room in front. DeMoss waits, slices towards Geimer. Off to Wesley, right edge, and out of play. "19 minutes remaining in the half. Elmhurst up 2. Bashan in the box. To the feet of Pimmel. On her defensively is Emily Allen. Pimmel towards the corner. Steps up, nice blast into the back of the net, make it a 3-goal lead. Shannon Pimmel's second of the year. What a start for the Blue Jays today. $18:29 to play in the first half. The 3 goals for Elmhurst. The most since a 4-3 victory over Chapman on October 10th.
Substitution now for Elmhurst. Shelly Shapazian coming in.
All in the first half. 3 Elmhurst goals, 3 different student athletes.
Blue Jays not messing around today, knowing they need to get a victory today. And they have jumped all over Millikin in the early going here.
First it was Heather DeMoss, then Amy Bashan, and most recently Shannon Pimmel. Stephanie Thompson sizes it up. 18 minutes remaining. DeMoss will take away. Plenty of room for DeMoss. On the move, just out of the reach of Wesley. Wesley, though, able to recover. Over towards Amy Bashan. Taken away, a nice defensive play from Brittany Rowley. Here's DeMoss again. On into the box. And Kylie Hum taking control with 17.5 to play in the first.
Elmhurst out shooting Millikin 9-2 so far, Tim. 7-1 shots on goal advantage. 3 of them have found the back of the net.
Ashley live and good. Out of play. Substitutions for both sides. Kylie MacArthur on for Elmhurst. Emily Leskowitz for the Big Blue. Katie Bashan will serve it up towards midfield. Avoid a shock there. Now it's live and good. Sent on. chasing is Leskowitz, and it's out of play. Some more Millikin subs. On is Chelsea Smalley and Miranda Lofgren. Katie Mulderink has also entered.
Guys, excuse me, can you just back up if you're right here? Thank you.
Dead on, held up momentarily, Amy Bashan, who has one of the 3 Elmhurst goals this year. She's surrounded by the Big Blue. And it's a throw in for Elmhurst. Subs across the way for the Blue Jays. Andrea Kamak entering. Flanking her, Samantha Perry. .15 to play. Wojtaszak lost it to Kamak. In the air, bouncing around and headed down by Amy Bashan. Out is Perry playing back towards Shelly Shapazian. Brought down by Smalley. Sophomore for Millikin. Leaves Mulderink a little long. And a throw in for the Blue Jays, who lead 3-0 here in the first half. Valerie Wesley trying to utilize her speed. Wesley almost playing ahead to herself. But solid defense coming in for the Big Blue is Chelsea Jones.
Oh, Wesley very, very quick with that speed to the outside. Set up the goal against Wheaton that way on Saturday. It's kind of a one-on-one move to get around her defender and then had a clean look and tucked it away.
Kelsey Costley. Both teams have utilized their benches here in the first half. Elmhurst with a 3-goal lead. Amy Bashan, Shannon Pimmel, Heather DeMoss, all with goals for the Blue Jays. With 13:15 to play in the half, Elmhurst will have a throw deep on the Millikin side. We'll change directions now. Lofgren slowly moving it up the field for the Big Blue. Off the head of Shapazian. MacArthur attempts to settle, flanked by Smalley.
Looking to feed Bashan, cutting through, and a very nice defensive play by Millikin. Otherwise, the Blue Jays may have had a numbers.
Throw in for Elmhurst. Little extracurricular activity there.
You're awake.
Kevin just became best friends with the ball. Actually, our table did. Samantha Miller on for Millikin. With under 12 minutes to play in the half, she'll replace Nikki Smith. (9-2) advantage for Elmhurst in shots presently. And this is the first of our 2 matches today. Elmhurst men will meet Millikin at 7:30 here on Blue Jay TV. And the home finale for the Elmhurst men as well. In is Berryman. Kept in along the far side. Katie Bastion on the move. A little too long, though, for Wesley. Wesley bounces it up towards Amy Bastion. Berryman will step in. High arcer with the right foot. Into the waiting belly of Hum. Coming up on 10 minutes to play in the first. A 3-goal lead for Elmhurst. Berryman attempting to chase down. Costly pressuring for Millikin. Looking to cross. At the feet of Rolling. And driven away. Shapazian at midfield. Little too much for Katie Bastion.
Good opportunity for the Blue Jays, but like you said, Tim, Shapazian's pass just carried a little too far.
Elmhurst with a 3-goal lead on the board. And it's in amongst the spectators. One of the unique perks here of Barron's Park. The spectators, like us, are literally right on top of the field. Thompson cycled in and was able to just slow it up enough to deny a goal for the Big Blue.
You have to call that a team save there for the Blue Jays.
And now a corner upcoming for the Big Blue. This will be their second of the half.
Prevent the shot from Millikin from going in. Millikin trying to slice into the Elmhurst lead.
Played free by Kylie MacArthur. Millikin attempting to lock in on the offensive side. Smalley stutter steps. .8:15 to play in the half. Elmhurst up 3-0. Goal kick from Fitzpatrick. Out again. Sudbeck tosses in. And we'll switch gears with 7.5 remaining in the first. Turning is Smalley. Played on and away. Millikin trying to sustain something right now on the offensive end of things.
Just going to say probably Millikin's longest offensive possession here of the game so far.
Amy Bastion off to the races. Wojciechak able to guide it out of play, however. .6:38 to play first half. Again, Elmhurst with a throw-in. Out of the reach of the leaping MacArthur. Samantha Perry brings in. Perry has a go. Bouncing towards Kylie Hum. Perry traps herself. Retreating. Shapazian attempts to keep it in play and cannot.
Side throw, almost illegal. Sorry.
Slipping in is Rolling. Nearing 5 minutes to play in the first half. That is all Elmhurst. A chance to admire that high boomer. And a throw in coming for the Blue Jays here in the first half. Chested down by Kamak. Samantha Perry tangled up with Mulderink. And Perry is guilty.
Been a relatively clean game. Just the second foul of the entire match. Through 41 and a half minutes, or 40 and a half minutes rather.
Learn your mathematics.
It was slightly off.
4:20 to play. Kristen Plyer is on for the Blue Jays. 4:05 remaining. Shapazian again able to stand up Smalley. Lofgren looking to twist away. And in comes Thompson. 3:25 to play first half. 3-goal Elmhurst lead. Kamak airborne towards the far side. And Leskowitz will let it ride. Three minutes remaining. It's Lofgren aiming for Sudbeck. Siebel is there to interrupt. Smalley. Too much along that near side.
Still an 11-3 shots and goal shots advantage for Elmhurst in the opening half.
2:25 remaining.
Blue Jays have sustained most of the offensive attack this half.
And a bouncer towards Hum. Who will sling it out towards Sudbeck. Smalley at the center line, back towards Sudbeck again. Smalley controlling. Mulderink does her best, but couldn't reel it in. Under 2 minutes to play in the half. Amy Bastion on the move. Taken away by Brittany Rolling. Shapazian lost her footing. Here's Rolling again. Pressing is costly.
Nice job, Valerie Wesley, coming all the way back to help out defensively. .118 remaining.
And Fitzpatrick will put it in her breadbasket and take her time. Off the chest of Kristen Plyer. Less than 1 minute to play in the half. It'll roll out of play along the far side. Kelsey Jasinski will toss it in for the Blue Jays. 35 seconds left in the half. Lofgren into the box, and Fitzpatrick will come get it. Shapazian to the center line with 10 seconds left in the half. It has been all Elmhurst, and it will end all Elmhurst. 45 minutes in the books. The Blue Jays with a 3-0 lead over Millikin. Senior Day and more coming your way in moments on Blue Jay TV. Are you doing PA for Senior Day? You want to keep that on? Carry the Senior Day stuff? Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, at halftime tonight, we'd like to take a moment to honor the senior members of the 2011 Elmhurst College women's soccer team playing tonight in their last home game. Starting first with student coach Jen Stankiewicz. Jen is completing her second season as a student coach with the Blue Jays. After injuries cut short her collegiate playing career at Elmhurst, Stankiewicz began assisting the squad during her sophomore season. She became a student coach of the team prior to the start of the 2010 season. She was a graduate of Downers Grove South High School and is the daughter of Donna and Greg Stankiewicz. Number 10, Jess Belmonte. Jess is a 2-year letter winner and starter defender for the Blue Jays. After transferring to Elmhurst prior to the start of her junior year, Belmonte has appeared in 28 career games at Elmhurst and has career totals of 4 assists and 4 points. She's a graduate of Hinsdale South High School and is the daughter of Laura and Pete Belmonte. Number 28, Heather DeMoss. Heather is a 4-year letter winner at midfielder for Elmhurst. DeMoss moved into the starting lineup this season and ranks 4th in the squad in goals scored with 5. She scored her 6th earlier tonight. She has played in 51 career games and has career totals of 7 goals, 7 assists, and 21 points. She was a graduate of Elk Grove High School and is the daughter of Leslie and Carrie DeMoss. Number 6, Stephanie Thompson. Stephanie is a 3-year letter winner and starter for the Blue Jays at defender. After missing her freshman season with an injury, Thompson earned 2nd-team All-Conference and 3rd-team All-Region honors during her sophomore season. She's appeared in 46 career games and has career totals of 2 goals, 6 assists, and 10 points. She's a graduate of Palatine High School and is the daughter of Ellen and Chris Thompson. At number 12, Valerie Wesley. Valerie is a 4-year letter winner and starter for the Blue Jays at forward. Wesley was just recently named the CCIW's Offensive Player of the Week for her assist and game-winning goal in the Blue Jays 2-1 over Wheaton College this past Saturday. She has played in 60 career contests and has totals of 27 goals, 23 assists, and 77 points. She ranks 6th in Elmhurst history in goals scored, 4th in total points, and 2nd in assists and game-winning goals. She's a graduate of the Academy of Our Lady of Peace and is a daughter of Louise and James Wesley. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have one last round of applause for the senior members of the 2011 Elmhurst College women's soccer team.
Playing college football 4 years is very tough, but it's also very, very rewarding. And I think this past year is just a tribute to the hard work that I put in these past 3 years, and the team did. I mean, we won the most football games since 1985. That was probably the biggest highlight of my 4 years here. We had our ups and we had our downs, and I think we just stayed together through those and persevered together. Well, my professional goal is to teach and coach. You know, I definitely want to coach football. I got the experience from the 4 years at Elmhurst, which is going to be very beneficial for coaching experience in the future.
Numbers in the first half of play very much slighted towards the Blue Jays. Who outshot Millikin 11-3. 8 of those 11 shots were on goal. 2 fouls to none for Elmhurst. Each team with a pair of corner kicks in the first half. Heather DeMoss opened the scoring. Amy Bashan followed suit. Shannon Pimmel capped it in the first half. So Elmhurst has quite the cushion here as we begin the second half of play as the Blue Jays looking to stay alive in the CCIW tournament chase. Pimmel will blast one into the box, and Kylie Hum is there. Just underway in the second half. Millikin 7-6, 1-4 in the CCIW. Elmhurst 11-3-1, 2-2-1 in the CCIW on this cool Wednesday evening. It's the home finale for the Blue Jays. Under the lights here at Barron's Park. Amy Bashan with a left foot into the box, just out of the reach of Geimer, who was uncontested towards the goal. And as I look now, Millikin has actually changed keepers. Natalie Robertaccio is in goal for the second half, a junior out of Barrington, Illinois. Robertaccio has played in 8 matches this year with a goals against average of 1.15. And so she will take over for the Big Blue here in the second half. Heather DeMoss opened the scoring for the Blue Jays into challenge. Amy Bashan takes away. Elmhurst in the sky blue unis. Millikin in the royal blue. Stephanie Berryman circling away towards DeMoss, who is double teamed. And will continue to move the direction of the Blue Jays. Rolling out of play along the near side. 42 minutes remaining. Elmhurst up 3 goals here at Barron's Park today. Again, a men's contest. Elmhurst and Millikin at 7:30 tonight here at Barron's Park. That will be the final soccer broadcast of 2011 here on Blue Jay TV. Also want to let you know that a couple more broadcasts will be coming your way here on Blue Jay TV. Saturday, we'll present our first ever road video feed from North Central's Benedetti Worley Stadium. And on Tuesday, we'll have the CCIW volleyball play-in match, which is an exact rematch of what happened last night. Elmhurst and Illinois Wesleyan. 3 bodies to the floor. A whistle goes against Millikin here early in the second half. I'm Tim Calderwood alongside Kevin Jude. Elmhurst in command, sensing their postseason hopes, reaching desperation status.
So the Blue Jays knew this was one that was circled on their calendar probably all season long, making it even more important. The win over Wheaton, keeping the CCIW tournament playoff chances alive. You know, Millikin, a team that Blue Jays had, like you said, had won the first 13 ever meetings between the two teams, except the Big Blue getting the better of the Blue Jays the last 2 seasons. And like we said, including one of those was basically an elimination game, a win and you're in for Elmhurst, and the Big Blue blanked Elmhurst 1-0 out here, and they got into the conference tournament 2 years ago. And Millikin winning last year, making sure the Elmhurst didn't get to the conference tournament. So
well, obviously Elmhurst with other ideas here today, leading 3-0.
Set a very comfortable cushion for Elmhurst. Defensively, the Blue Jays have been very strong. Most they've given up all year is 3. That was to Chapman back on the 10th of this month. 2 to North Park, 2 to Illinois Wesleyan, only given up multiple goals in 3 games so far this year.
Amy Bashan couldn't work her way onto the scene.
Played a great defensive game in their upset over Wheaton on Saturday. Wheaton scoring off a set piece earlier in the first half, accounting for the game's only goal, for the Thunder's only goal.
First loss of the season for Wheaton, who was ranked 4th in the country. Just the 2nd ever victory for Elmhurst over Wheaton in women's soccer history.
First time was out here at Barron's Park back in 2001. That was before Langhorst Field had the first artificial surface. Blue Jay women moved back to campus in 2002. Before that, they played their games out here on the grass surface. The artificial surface.
Onside is Geimer? No, offside. Flag in the air. Otherwise, that was a certain goal for the streaking Morgan Geimer.
The artificial surface out here at Barron's Park not done until 2009.
Into challenges MacArthur. Millikin hasn't done a whole lot offensively today. They do have 2 shots on goal. Matty Fitzpatrick with only 1 save, a team save credited in the other situation. MacArthur, airborne along the far side. Pinballed out of play. (37-37). Elmhurst up 3-0. Looking to add to the unbeaten streak. They've been unbeaten in the last 4 matchups, one of the longest streaks of the season for Elmhurst. The Blue Jays did win 6 matches in a row at the end of September, all in non-conference play. Lawrence, Greenville, Eureka on the road, Albion, Alverno, and Knox at home. In that 6-match win streak, they surrendered only 1 goal. That was to Lawrence on September 7th. .36:45 remaining. Shot still 11-3. Robert Taccio will handle for the Big Blue. Kylie Hum started in goal, surrendered 3 first-half markers. And now it's Robert Taccio taking over in the second half. In her 9th appearance of the year.
She got the start in goal and the win last season when the Big Blue topped the Blue Jays in Decatur.
Headed on towards the box. Chelsea Jones will poke it in the air. Out of the reach of Amy Bashan. Heather DeMoss into challenge. Chested down by Elfert. The Big Blue looking to counter. Allie Siebel will serve it up. Bouncing towards Robert Taccio. Chipped up towards the left side and wide. Wide open goal for the Blue Jays. Amy Bashan looking for her 2nd goal of the matchup. Just missed. And we are 10 minutes into the second half. Wind beginning to pick up a little bit here in suburban Chicago. Katie Bashan upended and a foul against the Blue Jays. Or against Millikin, scratch that. Nikki Smith will push to the outside. Nicole Sudbeck as the Big Blue look to challenge. Haven't been able to sustain a whole lot on the offensive side. Here's an opportunity for Wojciech. Wojciech into the goal. And at Fitzpatrick. Maddie Fitzpatrick. 16th match of the year, 5 shutouts to her credit. Goals against average of under 1. And now Amy Bashan gives chase, but first there is Robert Taccio for the Big Blue. Back and forth action here.
Good look by Morgan Geimer that time, putting the head on the ball into the box, trying to spring Bashan from the outside, but Robert Taccio getting there first.
Kylie MacArthur at midfield. Backing up. Shelly Shapazian with a through ball. Geimer gives chase. Able to keep it in play on the far side. Geimer lost it, though, by the end line. Less than 33 minutes to play. 3 first-half goals by the Blue Jays. More than enough to this point. As they look to work their way over the 500 mark in the CCIW. Elmhurst lost their first 2 CCIW matches to North Park and Carthage. Since then, the wins over North Central and Wheaton and a tie to Illinois Wesleyan. It'll be the first time this year they've been over the 500 mark in CCIW play. Shannon Pimmel, who owns one of the 3 goals. Twisting away is MacArthur. MacArthur out towards Katie Bashin and a foul in the box against Elmhurst.
A little too much contact that time from Katie Bashin. Whistled for the foul. Just said it's been a relatively clean game so far, Tim. Just 5 fouls total in the contest between the 2 teams. Make it 6.
31-35 to play. Millikin will slowly work it up the field here. They have a substitution ready to enter. Rolling with a free kick. Amy Bashin tried to push it through for Geimer. Defended perfectly by Rolling defensively. Here's Berryman controlling. Back towards Siebel. Heather DeMoss. Past MacArthur. And rolling out of play. Substitution for Millikin. Katie Bashin in the air. Spinning away. Amy Bashin has a go. That's blocked. Kelsey Cosley. They head towards Pimmel. Brought down by Sarah Christie. Berryman on her defensive. Christie changing course. Over towards Hofert. Far side of the field. Millikin trying to sustain. Out it goes. Throw in for Ashley Livengood. Headed on towards the box. And cleared away. Under 30 minutes left. Here's Kelsey Cosley again. Centering. And Fitzpatrick dives. Great save by Fitzpatrick to deny Sarah Christie.
Christie with a good look. Just inside the box that time. Going low for the near post. Fitzpatrick diving to take away the angle. Didn't have to really sprawl out a ton for that one.
Christie will again bounce it into the box. Dangerous. Fitzpatrick had to wait for it to come down. Nikki Smith was in the box to challenge. And Millikin suddenly is putting on a little bit of pressure here in the second half.
Good aggressive play and defensive end by Maddie Fitzpatrick. Did not want to let that one come down and let Christie get an opportunity to gain possession and get a wide open look. Challenged Christie out front, waited for the ball to come down off the bounce and in the air to collect it.
Amy Bashin. Katie Bashin. Into the box, out of the reach of Amy, and rolling towards Robert Taccio. Heather DeMoss in the air. Again. Wojciech on the far side. And a substitution for the Big Blue. Returning is Emily Allen. .37 remaining. 3-0 Elmhurst with the advantage.
Paul.
Millikin pushing ahead. The throw in. Back in towards the box. Emily Allen is there. And it's knocked away. Here comes Allen again along with Sarah Christie. And a shot high into the right.
Great look by Millikin. Probably the best shot they've had all game long. Sarah Christie open again in front for the Big Blue and just putting that one a little bit too high. That was ticketed for the upper corner.
26-26 left.
Fitzpatrick really wouldn't have had much of a chance on that one. Good placement, just a little too high.
A 3-goal lead for Elmhurst in this, the home finale. 5 seniors honored at halftime.
Blue Jays need to win this one and then see what happens tonight, but most likely go to Rock Island and try to get a victory over Augustana to punch their ticket for the CCIW tournament.
Could end up with a tie potentially in that scenario, right? If Carthage were to win tonight and Elmhurst wins tonight, and then a tie for Elmhurst and a loss for Carthage, that would put the Blue Jays in.
Yeah, that's true. Tiebreaker against Augustana would work in the same situation. Again, it's all going to depend on as to what happens with Carthage and North Park tonight. You're right. Elmhurst doesn't necessarily need a tie against, or doesn't necessarily need a victory against Augustana. Maybe a tie would do it.
Sarah Christie in the box and offside. Nikki Smith at the last moment sprinted ahead of the defense.
Great opportunity for Millikin, but just a step or two probably past that defender. Far side linesman right there. Flag went up instantly. No hesitation at all on the call. Otherwise, a golden opportunity falls by the wayside for the Big Blue.
Should be noted, Millikin out shooting Elmhurst 3-1 here in the second half with less than 25 minutes to play. Wojciech lost it. Here's Heather DeMoss. Towards Amy Bashan, waiting patiently. Feeding Geimer, who has to backpedal. Shannon Pimmel with a goal earlier today. Towards the far post. Robert Taccio watches it. And here comes Emily Allen. Elmhurst closes the gap. MacArthur. Thwarted by Sudbeck. Katie Bashan in towards her sister Amy. Just past DeMoss. 23:43 left. Here comes the Big Blue. Into the corner. Millikin waits. Sudbeck. A little give and go. Served up into the box and twisted away by Jessica Hofert.
So Tim Millikin really trying to get something going here on offense, trying to string a few plays together here.
Under 23 minutes to play. Substitutions for the Blue Jays. Kelsey Jasinski and Samantha Perry return.
The wonderful magic of the internet, we can check on that Carthage North Park score.
Emily Allen. Maddie Fitzpatrick there.
Currently scoreless up in Kenosha. Carthage and North Park. That's, like I said, a pretty big game here. Carthage tied with the Blue Jays in the standings. Entering today. North Park just basically a half game back with one more loss. Carthage and Elmhurst have a tie to their credit. North Park, no tie, and with 3 losses.
Throw in coming. Sudbeck letting it roll. 21.5 remaining. Elmhurst up 3 goals. Looking for more with DeMoss. Blue Jays have been content to try to protect that 3-goal advantage. Haven't tried to pressure too much on the offensive end. Berryman looking up, aiming for Amy Bashan. Hofert to the near side for Allen. Playing through. First on the scene, though, is Stephanie Thompson. And this will bounce all the way towards Robert Taccio. DeMoss. Onside, looking for MacArthur.
MacArthur trying to get free in the middle there. She won that initial header off the boot by Robert Taccio.
Stephanie Thompson racing backwards. Into the box. Allen coming to challenge. Allen tries to settle down. Kamak uses her head. Likewise for Katie Bashan. Courtney Allen with a right foot in the air. With under 20 minutes remaining. Hofert tangling against her counterpart Samantha Perry as a 5s battle. Brittany rolling. Dead on towards Sarah Christie, and the flag in the air as Emily Allen coming in offside.
Could not hold up that time was Allen. Tried to time it just right.
2 offsides for Millikin here in the second half, 1 for Elmhurst. 19:15 to play as the Blue Jays restart.
Offside apiece, taking away what could have been sure goals for both teams. Elmhurst was flagged for it on a breakaway opportunity. Millikin definitely had a goal taken back on an offside. They had an open look out in front.
Retreating for the throw is Jasinski. Aiming for Katie Bashan. Sarah Christie is there. There's Emily Allen. Well, the Blue Jays obviously have the Bashan sisters, twin sisters, both juniors. Millikin with the Allen sisters, Courtney and Emily. Both juniors out of Normal, Illinois. 18:20 remaining. Emily Allen, wide. And a throw-in upcoming for the Big Blue. Deep on the Elmhurst side with 18 and change to play. Back on it is Wojciech. Big Blue have done a better job offensively, but still haven't been able to find the back of the net against this tight Elmhurst defense. Emily Allen with 17:33 remaining. Stood up defensively on a great play by Jasinski. Now Courtney Allen able to take away.
Ashton not quite able to pull that one down. Tried to head it down, otherwise she could have sprung DeMoss down the middle for a breakaway.
Speaking of DeMoss, through towards Amy Bashan, onside, out to challenge, comes the keeper, Robertaccio. The ball is free, and it'll roll towards the near side.
Going to stay in play. That'll be a throw-in for Elmhurst as DeMoss giving chase, plays it off a defender. Robertaccio just ran into DeMoss that time.
Best offensive opportunity for Elmhurst here in the second with 16:43 to play. Throw in for Emily Allen. And back to midfield. Robertaccio again out.
Good aggressive play by Robertaccio. Saw MacArthur sprinting hard down the far sideline as Kamak was trying to spring her.
DeMoss spinning free. Here's Emily Allen feeding Sarah Christie. Back out towards Brittany Rolling.
Berryman read that the whole way, broke up the pass attempt by Millikin. Tried to start a give and go on the run of her own down the far sideline, but the Blue Jays left the pass a little too far for her.
Just over 15 minutes to play. On her horse is Courtney Allen. Locating her sister Emily. Emily Allen will zing it through on the offensive end. Sprinting ahead is Nikki Smith, but it's played away by Allie Siebel.
Siebel closing quickly and just boots that one away, preventing any kind of setup here by the Big Blue, leading to just a Millikin throw-in.
Heather DeMoss. Amy Bashan, 1-on-3. Bashan couldn't work her way around Chelsea Jones and is whistled. The fifth foul against Elmhurst. Free kick upcoming for Chelsea Jones. Wearing the captain's armband. Live and good. Able to keep in play along the far side. With 13:45 to go. Still a 3-goal lead for Elmhurst. All three in the first half. Blue Jays with only one shot here in the second. And they will make a substitution. Out is Amy Bashan. On is Morgan Geimer. Jasinski towards Geimer. On the move is Emily Allen. Emily Allen with under 13 minutes remaining. Spots Nikki Smith. Over it attempts to bring it in. And with it is Kylie MacArthur. Morgan Geimer quickly to Katie Bashan. With space. Onside is MacArthur into the box and high.
MacArthur just a straight sprint down the far sideline, let it fly, and sailed it just a little bit high of the crossbar.
12:08 to play. Goal kick for Robert Taccio. MacArthur, far side, stutter step. Tried to spot Geimer. Thwarted. Millikin able to recover momentarily. Emily Allen at midfield. On and through to Sarah Christie. Christie working on Siebel. Christie slipping in. Katie Bashan sneaks in defensively.
Millikin's definitely picked up the offense this half, Tim, but just a couple of scoring opportunities so far for the Big Blue. Elmhurst defense has been pretty solid still.
11 minutes remaining. And another substitution. Each team will trade out here.
Leskowitz back for the Big Blue.
Goal kick upcoming for Robert Taccio. Nearing 10 minutes to play. Elmhurst with a 3-goal lead. Closing in on DeMoss is Courtney Allen. Chipped up into the box. MacArthur challenging. Geimer with her back towards Kamak, who sends it about 10 yards over the crossbar with 9:50 remaining. Robert Taccio with the goal kick. $9.20. Throw in for Elmhurst at the center stripe. In his plier. DeMoss playing to herself. DeMoss to the near side towards Kamak. With 8:45 remaining. Sarah Christie plays it out. And a sub for Millikin. Eight minutes remaining. Amy Bashan has returned. Here's MacArthur. Chasing is Leskowitz, out of play. Throw in for the Big Blue. Again at 7:30, it's the men. Elmhurst and Millikin. We'll have it for you here on Blue Jay TV. Robert Taccio with the goal kick. And a challenge from Geimer, who will be whistled for a foul. Headed around. Kamak spins it. With less than 7 minutes to play. Mulderink. MacArthur, the only Blue Jay back, as Robert Taccio in position to gobble up. Live and good. Locates Hofert. The Big Blue trying to find a way to put one on the board here late. With just over 6 minutes remaining in what's been a silent second half from both squads. Millikin out shooting Elmhurst 4-3 here in the half. But the Blue Jays doubling up the Big Blue, 14-7 for the matchup. 5:45 to go. Here's the free kick for Elmhurst. And back to the center line for Siebel, who serves it up. Headed on, Robert Taccio out in a dangerous spot. Robert Taccio's shoulder caught a piece of the feed from Geimer.
Good aggressive play again by Robert Taccio. Geimer streaking in, really her only chance to challenge that one. Otherwise, Morgan Geimer in one-on-one for a great look at the net. Like you said, Tim, she took the shot off the shoulder to make the save, and the Millikin defense able to get back and smother it before the Blue Jays had a shot at the loose ball.
Hello, wind. Heather DeMoss. Into the midfield for Kamak with under 5 minutes to play. And a two-hopper towards Robert Taccio.
Elmhurst out shooting Millikin 16-7 in the contest.
And again, it's Robert Taccio out to shovel. She will sling it ahead to Courtney Allen. Coming near side. Emily Allen on the move. Back to Courtney Allen again with just over 4 minutes to play. 3-0 Elmhurst. Looking to improve to 3-2-1 in the CCIW. Hofert threading the needle. And with 3.5 remaining, another throw in. Headed Millikin's way. Substitution on for the Big Blue. Clock continuing to run at 3:15. Returning is Sarah Christie from a quick rest. Heather DeMoss has it at her feet. Volleyballing around along the far side. Brought into the box by the Blue Jays. Poked away.
Millikin does a nice job pressuring the ball, preventing Elmhurst from able to get off a shot.
Stephanie Thompson's through attempt. Broken up. Emily Allen stepped in. Less than 2.5 to play. 3-goal Elmhurst lead. Off the shoulder of Kamak. Mulderink challenging. Into the Elmhurst bench with 2 even to play. Elmhurst really put this one away in the 26th minute when they jumped out to a 2-0 lead, and just over a minute later stretched it to a 3-goal advantage. Emily Allen into challenge. Sent in the air along the near side and out of play. 1:35 remaining. Emily Allen will have a free kick here for the Big Blue. In towards the box. Played off of Siebel. Morgan Geimer off to the races. Brittany Rolling able to head away as we reach 1 minute to play. 3-0 Elmhurst with the advantage. MacArthur chases. Still in play. MacArthur into the box. Aiming far post. Towards the corner and out.
Millikin just chipping that one into the stands, preventing DeMoss from trying to win control.
And again, the Big Blue will force it out of play with under 30 to play. Mulderink looks for Sarah Christie as the Big Blue attempt for one final push. Emily Allen will call with the countdown under 10. The offside flag is in the air for Geimer, and that's it. Elmhurst shuts out Millikin 3-0 and a big shutout for the Blue Jays. Record their first shutout since October 12th, a 1-0 victory over North Central. 3-0 is the final. Elmhurst is 12-3-1 on the season and 3-2-1 in the CCIW. Millikin dips to 7-7 and 1-5 in the College Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin. So the home portion of the schedule is over for the Blue Jays. It'll be up to Saturday when they travel to Rock Island, Illinois to meet Augustana to determine their fates as they try to reach the CCIW tournament. 3-0 the score. Men's matchup comes your way at 7:30. For our entire crew, thanks for tuning in. For my broadcast partner Kevin Jude, I'm Tim Calderwood. This is Blue Jay TV.